When you want to draw a Bohr model, the first thing that you have to do is write down the formula A equals P equals E and M minus A equals N. Because what we're trying to do here is we're trying to determine how many protons, how many electrons, and how many neutrons I need to be able to build my Bohr model. So to do that, I first must look at the atomic number. And if I look at the block of the periodic table, I see typically that the atomic number is this top number right here. And I always know that it's the atomic number because it's a whole number that does not have a decimal point. So once I determine that that is my atomic number, I'm going to plug this number, 8, into A down here. So now if I know that A is 8, because A is equal to P, I know also that P is 8. And if P is 8, I know that E, or electrons, are also 8. So that's all that equation says, that if I know A, then I also know P and E because they are equal. So what I like to do is come here and then I circle P and I circle E to remind myself that I have now found 2 pieces out of the 3 that I need to build my Bohr model. To get the last one, I need to come over here and look at this number right here with the decimal point. That is called the average atomic mass. And what I need to do first is determine which number is it closer to. Is it closer to 15 or is it closer to 16? I'm going to round it to the nearest whole number. And in this case, 15.999 is closer to 16. So the mass, or M, is going to be 16. So I'm going to come down here and write 1, 6. I already know A is 8, so I'm going to go 16 minus 8 is equal to 8. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to circle N and 8. And now if you see it spells P-E-N, that is a reminder that you can now pick up your pen and start drawing your Bohr model. So I'm going to come over here, select a different color, and you'll notice on number 4, it states that you must build the nucleus first with protons and neutrons. So the nucleus is this little gray circle in the middle. That's the small structure in the middle. So I'm going to put my protons by writing P plus and my neutrons by writing N to the 0. The reason why I do protons as P plus is because protons are positive, and the reason why I shorthand neutrons as N to the 0 is because neutrons have no charge or a 0 charge. So my protons are 8, so I'm going to write that as 8 P plus. I'm now going to put my neutrons in the nucleus as well, and I have 8 of them, so I'm going to go 8 N to the 0. Remember, protons are positive, neutrons are neutral or have no charge. So now that I've built out my nucleus, I'm ready to fill in my energy levels, or these rings that go around the nucleus. And this down here is going to tell you how to do that. These numbers represent places that you can put electrons, and you have to put them in the particular order that it tells you here, because if you don't, later on, you're not going to be able to make good predictions about what the atom wants to do. So in this case, if I have 1 or 2, they always go on the first energy level, and there's only one base available on the first energy level, so they always go right next to each other. If I have more of them, I then need to go up to the next energy level, and I'm going to assign them as single electrons first, going around in a circle, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I would keep going 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth. So in this case, I only have 8 electrons. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to increase the size here a little bit to make this easier, just to make dots. So my electrons are going to be 8, and I know that the first 2 are going to go on the first energy level. So there's 1 and there's 2. They are now paired up, and that tells me that this energy level is full. So I'm going to go up to the next energy level and assign electron 3 at the top, electron 4 on the right, electron 5 at the bottom, electron 6 on the left. Now that I've assigned electrons to each placeholder on the second energy level, I need to go ahead and fill out with the rest of the electrons that I have left, which are 2. So there would go electron number 7, as you see down here, and then electron number 8 would go right over here. So I check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 electrons, I have 8 protons, and I have 8 neutrons. So now I am done. I've checked my work and I can move on to the next one.